this guy's gonna sing happy birthday for you on camera.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like that hat. I should have maybe with the hat.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that hat.
Oh, thank you. I like it too.
Doing good? Oh, yeah.
Staying out of trouble, are you?
Good item.
Oh, man, I couldn't get in trouble.
Well, you can. It's just harder to get out of it.
He didn't get
I can't run as fast as you
Can't
used to.
afford to do it that right.
Yeah. Can't afford it. That's the good thing. You can't afford it. Exactly right. I like that, actually. I've never heard that.
I've never heard that either. That's
pretty
good.
I'm gonna tell that to my wife.
Don't tell her. Don't give her a secret. Oh. Are we waiting on Jeopardy to be over?
It's over our roof.
Huh?
It's over.
Oh, it is? Okay.
You can ask the Jeopardy Queen then.
Oh, so, okay.
Oh, were we waiting on you last time?
Yeah, we're waiting on you to finish watching Jeopardy, I think.
But she doesn't move until Jeopardy's on.
Well, I didn't get to the very end today.
Who won it?
I didn't get to the very end today.
Oh. Do I need to move?
No, you're okay. Talking about Jeopardy, I was looking at the Super Jeopardy they had,
Yeah.
the best winners.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And the one guy, boy, he just dusted the rest of the other two guys.
Wasn't even close.
I think that thing is fixed.
You probably
You think
come
so?
up in one of the
Excuse me.
He lost.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the young guy that lately,
Oh, yeah, that,
that was,
Vegas.
yeah.
That's a whole lot of.
Dusted those other two guys real bad.
You know, a whole lot
Some
of
people,
topics.
that's
Some
all
people,
it is.
just, they don't forget anything.
Yeah.
I couldn't even win. You're smarter than a fifth grader.
No, that was a hard show. You remember that one? That was tough. I was like,
Yes.
dang, those kids are good.
That
That one was embarrassing. I mean, I couldn't watch it. It just embarrassed me.
And if you come on,
I would do okay on Jeopardy, I think.
Yeah, cause you got a choice. You have
Come on.
a choice.
Oh, certain program.
You got this thing fixed. Nobody remember this stuff.
Smart.
Okay, well, call the meeting to order. And you wanna give us a prayer, Mr. Newton?
Yeah, you get it.
Oh my goodness.
I don't pray too good.
All you gotta do is talk. You talk about everything else. Precious Lord, thank you for another day. Thank you for watching over us last night as we slept. Thank you for watching us. Got up this morning, closed ourselves in our right minds. Thank you for just watching over us, our families, the sick and the shut-ins. Thank you for watching over our police department, because they've got one job on their hands. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless our meeting tonight. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen, thank you so much. And, we got a January birthday, Miss Bland.
Me.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
You look pretty good for 98, doesn't you?
Yes.
She's
And,
98, you know
we
that?
got ice cream and cookies and stuff, help yourself before that ice cream melts.
I'm gonna sing.
You already got some, you gonna get some?
Nah, I don't want no ice cream.
Oh.
Sorry that I can run.
Okay, we don't have the minutes.
I Our birthday today? Or this month?
Last month, yeah.
Oh, last month.
Last month.
We sang, we sang,
January
We
28th.
had the Christmas deal.
all right, we sang happy birthday to you.
All right,
My
I ain't saying
birthday
no happy
is,
birthday.
yeah, my birthday is
Not
this
no
month.
December.
Okay, quick.
Should
Happy
we
know too. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss
Bland.
Happy birthday
to you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
All right, how many kisses do you want?
85.
How old are you?
85.
You're 85?
You gotta get them from us from all of us.
Proud of it.
Mm,
Don't you wish?
that's good.
He's on
We'll
fire.
run around the block.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm ready.
Just take off running.
I'll tell you like Biden told Trump.
No, but that's. Well,
Okay, we do have an agenda, no minutes. Need approval for the
I
agenda.
approve the agenda.
Second.
Okay. And seconded, and have a vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's approved. Treasurer's report, you have a.
Let me say about the minutes. This has been a kind of interesting month for me, and I lost my notes someplace. I couldn't find them. Plus, I had an accident this month, so it's kind of throwing me completely out of kilter, but I'm okay. But if there's some information you need to know about the minutes, our meetings are always video, so I'll go back to that. So, but I'll straighten up. I'll have them next month. I'll have them next month.
Okay.
I'm glad that you didn't get hurt. I never did ask you.
Huh?
I never did ask you whether or not you got hurt. I'm glad you didn't get hurt.
How do you know I didn't get hurt?
So you say you did,
Now you a doctor.
you say you did.
You just a physician. She's way over there
She's
telling you
wearing-
what's wrong with
She's
you.
wearing scrubs.
All the other time, clean up
Right.
this stuff is stuff in her mouth. They tell you there's nothing wrong.
Put him out of the meeting, he's out of
You want
order.
me to get this? They want me to do it?
You can go and do it.
Huh?
You can go ahead and do it, you got it.
I do.
Oh, boy.
Peepers on it.
Let me see what's on here. Well, then, we got a balance of $1,556. $59.
$59?
$1,597.88.
$1,978.88?
I said 1,500.
$1,597.88.
Let me copy that off.
Okay,
That's a bad combination.
You see?
Get it up here.
That is.
155,119.
No. 1,500.
That's the average days of balance. The ending balance is right here.
See, why you doing it this way then?
Does that include that last deposit?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Chester, what's the actual
That'll
balance?
be on the next one,
Okay,
the $500.
right. $500 grant we got for
Yeah.
Oh,
living
nice.
neighborhoods.
Good.
It's safe, they would let me cash it. So you in good hands. That's,
Okay.
oh, boy.
Okay, you want to approve the treasurer's report?
I so move.
Been moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carried. Okay, gentlemen, your turn.
Well, we've kind of been busy running calls and things like that.
just kind of all throughout the city. This last month and a half, they've had the officers from community policing. Some of us, every day, 2 officers were used to just assist the patrol officers with calls. And so, like probably once a week, Officer Muller and myself would be gone and just help them with calls throughout the city because we were so short on officers. We are starting a class, I believe, Thursday, a week from today, and I think there's 30 officers in there. 4 of them are lateral transfers, so they will go through a short academy and then be released on the streets. And then the other 26 will go through the full academy. And so we'll have more patrol officers out there. Once they get trained up, it'll kind of help us not be so busy with calls and kind of get those guys up and running and trained. So we'll have a lot of new guys out, hopefully before long, and that should alleviate some of the call times and how long it takes officers to get around. You might see some more cars eventually driving around because we've been short-staffed for so long. But we have a new codes officer in this area.
Who?
His
The codes
new
officer?
codes officer. His name's Officer Smith.
Officer Smith?
Codes Officer Smith is the new codes officer for this area, and he decided, we used to have all the way from I-70 up to Wood, from 10th Street all the way to like 29th Street, was 2 separate codes officers. He said, I'll just take it all, and so he's doing the whole area with Officer Mullen and myself. So us 3 will kind of be in the area all together. He said he would team up with us. So he's really good. He'll work with people, but when he comes to an area, he's very thorough and he's very good. He's working on the car lot on 18th and Washington on making sure they're within the business codes where they have to have they can only have so many cars on their lot. They can't have broken down cars everywhere. When you go to 13th and Washington, just to the north, that area looks terrible. There's cars everywhere and just broken down. And so he started a little bit on that, but when he goes through and gets all the businesses online, he will follow up on it and stay up on it. So that will be coming. He's having to finish some of his stuff from his previous job, which was out in the Midtown area. So he's working with us. We're trying to get a lot of the graffiti cleaned up. The illegal dump sites have been keeping us busy. We've made 2 arrests so far within the last couple of weeks. We'll have court on them next week, and then about 2 weeks after that. So we have some court cases coming up on people who've been doing illegal dumping. The police department's going to buy us some more cameras so we can catch more people doing dumping. There's areas like up off Freeman, like 13th, and like there's just random piles of trash dump, tires, you know, and they're just sporadic. They're not the same spot, but they're kind of up and down 13th Street, you know, in different areas. So what we're going to try to do is find the spots that we just keep getting hit, and then identify our biggest problems in the city with these tires and trash and stuff getting dumped. And we're having a pretty good success rate on convictions, but we need your guys' help. We need everybody's help in the city. If you see somebody dumping trash and you write down their tag number and call the police, and we catch them and arrest them, you guys can make $250. So there's $250 reward for that. So a little bit of pocket change never hurt anybody. I wish they paid it to me for catching them, but I don't think they're gonna pay me for catching them. So if somebody sees anybody doing that, it'll keep the neighborhoods clean and make a little money for yourself. That's up to the judge on if you get the money or not. They have to be found guilty of it for that to happen. You just can't see somebody doing it and say, hey, I saw somebody, give me some money. So you'd have to go through the process. So.
If you see somebody dumping and take the license number, suppose they deny it, how do you do that?
Well, we have to do investigation on it also. So we'd find out, we'd want a description of the person that was dumping also. And then we would look back, and there's cameras at different intersections and stuff like that. If you could give us a good description of the person, And if you have a camera on your cell phone, that would be the best thing to do, is drive by and go click, roll down your window and just go click, or put on your video camera and just record as you drive by, or somebody else drive by hopefully, and you're the passenger. And if it had the tag and a picture of them doing it, and you showed that to us, we'd come out here, we'd do the report, we'd do all the follow-up, find out who they are, and then when it comes time to court, we just say, hey, just come and say what you saw, and the judge could say, okay, well, you're gonna get $250 for assisting us with this, because we're really wanting to clean up the city. Every Saturday, we go and pick up piles and piles of trash. We were at 26th and Glendale last Saturday, and picked up probably about 2 dump truck loads full of trash. Just tires.
Yeah.
30 tires.
Yeah, there's like
29 trash
30 tires, 29 trash bags, piles of wood and siding. And what's happening is that people remodeling these houses and just dumping their shingles
That's what they
and their
do.
trash, tires, things like that. Deffenbaugh takes just about anything. If they would put it in bags and Deffenbaugh didn't know, then they'd probably take it anyways. But they're just dumping trailer loads of this stuff all over the city, and it makes our city look terrible. So what we're trying to do is get some advertising out. We're working with Kansas City, Missouri also. We're going to work and actually do some things. You'll probably see some things on the news where we're working with them on these illegal dumpers, like catching them. They have cameras, we have cameras. We talk to them, we talked to them today. And so because some people are traveling across the state line to do their dumping, so we're working with them. We help them, they help us. It's kind of keeping us busy. When we get these new cameras, it's going to keep us a lot busier. But that's kind of one of our main things that we've been focused on for a while. So is there anything else going on in the neighborhood? The house that we talked about, where that alley's at, it's supposed to be an alley where the car's parked. We drove by there a couple times, and that alley